So we're here. We're in the middle of a full-blown AI revolution, and it feels like a new contender steps into the ring every few months. It's not just about who's first anymore, it's about who's best. Today we're looking at the big four, the heavyweights that are really pushing the boundaries of what these large language models can do. We have OpenAI's ChatGPT 4o, the one that really kicked this whole thing off, and just got a massive speed and intelligence boost. Then there's Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro, the search giant's answer, deeply integrated into everything they do. We also have Perplexity Pro, which bills itself as an answer engine, focusing laser-tight on accuracy and sources. And finally, there's Grok 3 from c.ai, the new kid on the block with a bit of a rebellious streak and real-time access to X, formerly Twitter. It's a packed field, and they all want your subscription. The goal here is simple. We're going to put these four AIs through a series of tests. Think of it like a smartphone comparison, but for artificial intelligence. We're not just looking at specs on a sheet, we're diving into real-world use cases. How do they handle coding? Can you trust their answers for a research paper? Who can write a more compelling story? It's easy to get lost in the hype, with each company claiming their model is the smartest, fastest, and most revolutionary. But the proof is in the performance. We're going to strip away the marketing and see how they actually stack up when you're the one using them day in and day out. This isn't just for tech nerds, it's for anyone curious about which tool can actually make their life easier. Each of these models brings a different philosophy to the table. ChatGPT 4o is the all-rounder, aiming to be a jack-of-all-trades that excels at almost everything, from conversation to complex problem-solving. It's the safe, reliable choice for many. Gemini 2.5 Pro leans heavily on its connection to Google's massive index of the internet and its ecosystem, promising a seamless flow of information and powerful integrations. Perplexity Pro is the scholar, obsessed with citations and verifiable facts, making it a go-to for academics and researchers who can't afford to be wrong. And Grok 3? It's the wild card, designed to have personality and access to the unfiltered real-time pulse of the internet via X, for better or for worse. So the stage is set for a proper AI showdown. We'll look at their brains, their creative spirit, their special features, and of course, how much they cost. By the end of this, you should have a really clear picture of which AI model is leading the pack right now, in mid-2025. More importantly, you'll know which one is the right fit for you. Because the best AI isn't always a one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Are you a developer, a writer, a student, or just someone who wants to get things done faster? Let's find out which of these digital brains deserves a spot in your workflow. Let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about coding. For a lot of people, this is the killer app for AI. It's about turning an idea into functional code, debugging something that's broken, or just learning a new programming language. So, how do our four contenders stack up? We threw a few common tasks at them, from writing a simple Python script to debug a tricky piece of JavaScript. ChatGPT 4o, building on the legacy of its predecessors, continues to be a beast here. It understands context incredibly well. You can give it a messy, half-finished block of code and it will not only fix it but also explain why it was broken in the first place. Its suggestions are clean, well-commented, and generally follow best practices, making it a fantastic co-pilot for both beginners and seasoned developers. Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro is right there with it, and in some cases, it really shines. Its integration with Google's ecosystem can be a secret weapon. For example, if you're working with Google Cloud APIs or Android development, Gemini's knowledge is native and deeply embedded. It can generate boilerplate code for a Firebase project or a Google Maps integration with impressive accuracy. Where it sometimes falls a little short is in the conversational flow of debugging. It gives you the right answer, but the back and forth can feel a bit less intuitive than with ChatGPT. It's more of a here's the solution kind of tool, which is great, but sometimes you want a partner to think through the problem with you. Now, Perplexity Pro is interesting. It's not primarily designed to be a coding assistant, and you can feel that. Its strength is in finding and synthesizing information. So, if you ask it what's the best way to handle API authentication in React, it will give you a phenomenal, well-sourced answer with links to tutorials and documentation. But if you ask it to write the code for you, the results can be a bit more hit or miss. The code it generates is usually functional but might not be as elegant or optimized as what you'd get from ChatGPT or Gemini. It's more of a research assistant for developers than a pair programmer. It helps you find the answer, but you'll likely be the one doing the typing. And then we have Grok 3. This one is the most unpredictable of the bunch. Because of its real-time access to X, it can sometimes pull in very recent libraries or solutions that the other models haven't been trained on yet. That's its superpower. Ask it about a brand new framework that just got announced, and it might actually have something useful to say. The downside? Its code quality can be inconsistent. It sometimes hallucinates syntax or uses unconventional methods. It's like getting advice from that brilliant but slightly chaotic coder friend. You might get a stroke of genius, or you might get something that sets your computer on fire. It's best for cutting-edge exploration, not for mission-critical production code. When you're asking an AI a question, you kind of want the right answer. This is where the models really start to show their different personalities and technical backbones. Accuracy and reasoning are crucial, especially when you're using these tools for research, learning, or making decisions. Let's start with Perplexity Pro, because this is its home turf. Perplexity was built from the ground up to be an answer engine, and it shows. Almost every statement it makes is backed up by a citation with a little numbered link you can click to see the source. This is a game changer. It dramatically reduces the chance of hallucinations, those moments where an AI confidently makes something up. For academic research, fact-checking, or any task where sourcing is non-negotiable, Perplexity is in a league of its own. ChatGPT 4.0 has gotten much better at this. The days of easily tricking it into making up fake historical events are mostly behind us. It has a solid grasp of facts and can reason through complex, multi-step problems with impressive logic. If you ask it a nuanced question like, explain the economic impact of renewable energy subsidies considering both positive and negative externalities, it will provide a balanced, well-structured answer. However, it doesn't always show its work. It doesn't provide sources by default like Perplexity does, so you still have to take a leap of faith or spend time cross-referencing its claims yourself. It's highly accurate, but you have to trust it. Gemini 2.5 Pro leverages the power of Google search, which you'd think would make it the king of accuracy. And it is very good. When you ask it a factual question, you can often see it performing a search in the background. This grounding in real-time search results helps it stay current and accurate. The reasoning is also top-notch, capable of breaking down complicated topics into simple, digestible explanations. Where it can sometimes get tripped up is in the interpretation. Because it's pulling from the vast, messy internet, it can occasionally misinterpret a source or give too much weight to a less reliable one. It's a subtle difference, but it's there. It's like having a brilliant research librarian who sometimes reads the wrong book. Grok 3 is, once again, the wild card. Its direct line to the fire hose of information on X makes it the most up-to-the-minute model. Ask it about a breaking news event that happened 5 minutes ago, and it will have the details. But this is a double-edged sword. The information on social media is unfiltered, unverified, and often full of opinions and misinformation. Grok's fun and rebellious personality means it can sometimes echo these biases or present a fringe opinion as fact. Its reasoning can also be, well, interesting. It's designed to be less censored, so it will explore controversial topics that other AIs might shy away from. But its logic can sometimes feel more like it's trying to win an argument than present a balanced view. For raw, real-time info, it's unmatched, but for verified truth, it's the riskiest of the four. Beyond facts and code, a huge part of what makes these AIs so compelling is their creativity. Can they help you write a poem, brainstorm ideas for a movie, or draft a marketing email with some personality? This is where the art of the model, not just the science, comes into play. ChatGPT 4.0 has long been the champion of creative writing. It has an incredible knack for adopting different tones and styles. You can ask it to write a pirate sea shanty about blockchain, and it will deliver with gusto. Its storytelling abilities are strong, capable of generating coherent plots, developing characters, and writing engaging dialogue. It's an amazing tool for breaking through writer's block or just exploring a creative whim. It feels imaginative and versatile. Gemini 2.5 Pro is a very strong contender in the creative space as well. It's particularly good at ideation and structuring. If you give it a vague concept like a sci-fi story about a sentient garden, it will come back with a fantastic list of potential plot points, character archetypes, and world-building details. Its writing style is often clean and polished, almost like a professional copywriter. It might lack some of the quirky, unpredictable flair of ChatGPT at its best, but it's incredibly reliable for generating high-quality creative text. It's excellent for tasks like drafting marketing copy, writing product descriptions, or outlining a novel. It's the dependable creative partner. Perplexity Pro, as you might expect, is the least creatively inclined of the group. That's just not what it's for. If you ask it to write a story, it will often interpret the request as a research task. It might give you a summary of common storytelling tropes or a list of famous short stories. It can generate creative text if you push it, but the results often feel a bit dry and formulaic. It lacks the imaginative spark that makes the other models feel like true creative collaborators. This isn't really a knock against it, it's just a reflection of its specialized focus. You wouldn't use a calculator to paint a picture, and you probably wouldn't use Perplexity to write a screenplay. Grok 3, on the other hand, is all about creative personality. This is where its rebellious and fun tuning really comes to life. Its creative writing can be witty, sarcastic, and genuinely funny. It's not afraid to be edgy or unconventional. If you ask it for a joke, it might actually make you laugh out loud. The downside is that this personality can sometimes overpower the request. It can be difficult to get it to adopt a more serious or neutral tone. It's like a comedian who can't resist adding a punchline to everything. For generating viral social media posts, writing satirical content, or brainstorming edgy brand slogans, Grok is in a class of its own. It's the most unique creative voice for sure. So, a modern AI is more than just a text box. The real power comes from its extra features, its ability to see, hear, and connect with other apps. This is where the battleground is really heating up. ChatGPT 4o is, honestly, a powerhouse of multimodality. You can upload images, documents, and spreadsheets and just have a conversation about them. Like, you could ask, what's the key takeaway from this chart? Or can you turn this whiteboard sketch into a website? Plus, it can generate images with DALL-E 3 built right in. The ecosystem of GPTs, these custom-built versions of ChatGPT for specific tasks, is also massive. Seriously, you can find a GPT for almost anything, from analyzing academic papers to creating logos, basically giving it endless community-built superpowers. Now, Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro is all about deep integration. Its multimodal capabilities are also incredibly strong, especially with its vision skills. It can analyze the contents of a photo or even a video with, stunning accuracy, but its real superpower is how it plugs into the Google ecosystem. It's built into Gmail, Google Docs, and Google Photos. Imagine asking your AI to summarize all the emails I received about Project Phoenix this week and create a to-do list. That's the promise of Gemini. It aims to be less of a destination you visit and more of an ambient layer of intelligence across all the tools you already use. It's a slightly different philosophy, focusing on seamless workflow rather than a store of third-party plugins. Perplexity Pro, on the other hand, keeps its feature set lean and focused. Its primary superpower is still its incredible sourcing and its focus modes, which let you tailor your search to specific domains like academic papers, YouTube, or Reddit. This is a killer feature for researchers. It does have some multimodal capabilities like letting you upload images and ask questions about them, but honestly, it's not as central to the experience as it is with ChatGPT or Gemini. Perplexity isn't trying to be an everything app. It wants to be the absolute best at one thing, providing accurate, sourced answers to your questions. Its feature set is built entirely around supporting that single, powerful mission. And then there's Grok 3. Its defining feature is its real-time integration with X. This cannot be overstated. While other models are working with static, months-old training data, Grok knows what people are talking about right now. This makes it uniquely powerful for sentiment analysis, trend tracking, and getting the pulse of public conversation on any given topic. Ask it, what's the internet's reaction to the latest movie trailer? And it'll give you an instant summary. It doesn't have the extensive plug-in ecosystem of ChatGPT or the deep OS-level integration of Gemini. Its superpower is its connection to the live, chaotic, and incredibly current stream of global consciousness that is X. So, what does all this cutting-edge AI cost? Let's break down the pricing and what you get for your money because honestly, value is a huge part of the equation. All 4 services offer a free tier, which is great for casual use. But to unlock their full potential, you'll need to pay up. OpenAI's ChatGPT Plus, which gives you access to the flagship ChatGPT 4o model, is priced at a pretty standard $20 per month. For that, You get faster response times, priority access during peak hours, and higher usage limits for its advanced features like DALL-E 3 image generation and advanced data analysis. It's a straightforward, all-in-one package for the power user. Given its all-around excellence, many consider this a solid value. Google has a similar pricing structure with its Gemini Advanced subscription, which also comes in at $20 per month. This gets you access to their most powerful model, Gemini 2.5 Pro. The real value proposition here is that the subscription is part of the Google One AI Premium plan. This means for your $20, you not only get the best version of Gemini, but you also get 2 terabytes of cloud storage across Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Photos, plus other Google One benefits. If you're already embedded in the Google ecosystem and could use the extra storage, this bundle makes Gemini Advanced an incredibly compelling deal. It's more than just an AI subscription, it's a productivity suite upgrade. Perplexity Pro also charges $20 per month, or a discounted $200 if you pay for a full year. This gets you access to your choice of advanced AI models, including GPT-4o and Gemini 2.5 Pro. Interestingly enough, unlimited Pro search queries, unlimited file uploads, and a dedicated support channel. The value here is for a very specific user. If you are a researcher, student, or professional who relies on accurate sourced information, the cost is easily justified. The ability to conduct hundreds of deeply researched, citation-backed queries per month is a massive time saver that you simply can't get elsewhere. For the general user, it might feel a bit pricey for a specialized tool, but for its target audience, it's indispensable. Finally, we have Grok, which has a different access model. To get access to Grok 3, you need to subscribe to X Premium Plus, the highest tier of the social media platform's subscription service. This costs $16 per month. So, for a slightly lower price, you get the AI plus all the other benefits of a premium X account, like the blue checkmark, reduced ads, and the ability to post longer videos. The value proposition here is tied directly to how much you value X. If you're an active user, a creator, or a business on the platform, getting a cutting-edge AI bundled in for $16 is a fantastic deal. If you never use X, then you're essentially paying for a social media subscription just to access the chatbot, which might not make as much sense. Theory is great, but let's see how these AIs perform with the exact same prompt. We'll use a multi-part request that tests creativity, reasoning, and formatting. Here's the prompt. Write a short 4-line poem about a forgotten password. Then, explain in simple terms why using a password manager is a good idea. Finally, list 3 popular password managers in a bulleted list. This is a simple but effective test of different skills. Let's see the results. ChatGPT 4o knocked it out of the park. The poem went, a silent guard, a cryptic key, lost to the halls of memory, a door once known, now sealed by doubt, a single word that locks me out. For the explanation, it gave a clear, concise answer focusing on security and convenience, explaining that a password manager creates and stores strong, unique passwords for all your accounts, so you only have to remember one master password. For the list, it cleanly listed 1Password, Bitwarden, and LastPass with a brief, accurate description for each. The entire response was well-structured, accurate, and hit every part of the prompt perfectly. Gemini 2.5 Pro also did an excellent job. Its poem was, the characters dance, a faded line, a secret handshake, once was mine. My digital ghost, I can't get in, where does the memory begin? The explanation was also very good, maybe just a bit more detailed than ChatGPT's, emphasizing encryption and the risk of reusing passwords. It even used a simple analogy to make its point. For the list, it included LastPass, 1Password, and Dashlane, also providing accurate, helpful descriptions. The quality was on par with ChatGPT, with a slightly different creative flavor in the poem and a bit more detail in the explanation. A very strong performance. Perplexity Pro handled the prompt in its own unique way. For the poem, it actually did not generate one. Instead, it stated, writing a poem is a creative task. My primary function is to provide factual answers. But this is where it excelled. The explanation was a detailed, multi-paragraph answer about the benefits of password managers, complete with numbered citations linking to articles from cybersecurity websites and tech journals. It was the most thorough and verifiable explanation by far. For the list, it included 1Password, NordPass, and Bitwarden, and each entry was accompanied by sourced information about their features and security audits. So, it failed the creative part but aced the factual part, which is exactly what you'd expect. Grok 3 gave a response with its signature personality. The poem went, Some random letters, a number 8, I swear I used my dog's birth date. Now the login box just sits and mocks, guess I'm breaking out the old lockpicks. The explanation was casual and direct. It said something like, look, you can't remember a zillion passwords. A manager does it for you. It's like having a brain for just passwords so your real brain can remember more important stuff like memes. For the list it included 1Password, Bitwarden, and that one Apple makes you use, referring to iCloud keychain. The response was funny, accurate in its own way, and memorable. It perfectly captured Grok's slightly snarky but helpful persona. After putting all 4 of these AI titans through their paces, it's time to make a call. If we have to crown one overall champion for mid-2025, the title has to go to ChatGPT 4o. It's the most polished, versatile, and consistently high-performing model of the bunch. It excels at coding, creative writing, and complex reasoning. Its multimodal features are mature and genuinely useful, and its massive ecosystem of custom GPTs gives it a level of adaptability that the others can't quite match yet. It's the AI that you can throw almost any task at and expect a great result. It's the reliable, powerful jack-of-all-trades that sets the benchmark for what a premium AI assistant should be. However, that doesn't mean it's a blowout victory. Gemini 2.5 Pro is right on its heels and for many people might actually be the better choice. Its performance is nearly identical to ChatGPT's in most core competencies, and its value proposition is arguably better. If you are living in the Google ecosystem, the seamless integration with Gmail and Docs, combined with the 2 terabytes of storage included in the Google One plan, makes Gemini Advanced an incredible deal. It feels less like a separate tool and more like an upgrade to your entire digital life. The race between these two is incredibly close, and Google's speed of innovation means it could easily take the lead soon. Then we have our specialists. Perplexity Pro isn't trying to win the overall race. It's running a different event entirely and winning it by a mile. For anyone in academia, journalism, research, or any field where factual accuracy and verifiable sources are the most important thing, Perplexity is not just the best choice, it's the only choice. The peace of mind that comes from its citation-first approach is something the other models simply cannot offer. It's a specialized tool that is absolutely best in class for its intended purpose. It earns a definitive gold medal for research and accuracy. And Grok 3 is the people's champion, the disruptor. It's not the most accurate or the most polished, but it has something the others don't. Real-time, unfiltered access to the global conversation and a personality that's genuinely entertaining. For social media managers, marketers, or anyone who needs to be on the bleeding edge of trends and public sentiment, Grok is an invaluable and unique tool. Its lower price point, bundled with X Premium Plus, also makes it an attractive option. It's the most fun to use and fills a niche that the more corporate AIs are too careful to touch. It's a tool with a very specific and very powerful use case. So the final verdict is in, but the most important question remains: which AI is right for you? The best AI is the one that fits your specific needs and workflow. Let's break it down into simple recommendations. If you're a developer or a programmer, your top 2 choices are ChatGPT 4o and Gemini 2.5 Pro. ChatGPT is arguably the better all-around coding partner with a fantastic ability to debug and explain complex code. However, if your work is heavily tied to the Google Cloud or Android ecosystem, Gemini's specialized knowledge might give it the edge. Start with ChatGPT, but keep Gemini in your back pocket. If you're a writer, a marketer, or a creative professional, again, ChatGPT 4o is likely your best starting point. Its versatility in tone, style, and creative ideation is unmatched. It's an incredible partner for brainstorming, drafting, and overcoming writer's block. However, don't sleep on Grok 3. For writing short-form, edgy, or comedic content for social media, Grok's unique personality and connection to real-time trends can be a secret weapon for creating content that feels current and gets noticed. Gemini is also a solid choice here, especially for more structured writing like marketing copy or business reports. For students, academics, and researchers, the answer is easy and unequivocal. Perplexity Pro. The emphasis on accuracy in citations is non-negotiable in an academic or research context. The risk of hallucination from other models, even if small, is too great when your work depends on verifiable facts. Perplexity is designed from the ground up to be a research assistant. It will save you countless hours of sourcing and fact-checking. It's not the best for creative tasks, but for its core purpose, It is so far ahead of the competition that it's not even a contest. This is the tool that will help you write better papers, faster. Finally, for the general power user or someone who just wants the best all-around tool to make their life easier, it comes back to the top two. ChatGPT 4.0 is the safest bet for the highest quality across the widest range of tasks. It's the Swiss Army knife of AI. But if you're a heavy user of Google services, the value and integration offered by Gemini 2.5 Pro as part of the Google One AI Premium plan are extremely hard to ignore. My advice? Use the free trials, spend a week with each one, see which one clicks with your brain and your workflow. The AI revolution is here, and choosing the right partner is the first step to making the most of it.